Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. This time we're going to be taking a look at retinitis pigmentosa.
RP.
RP, yeah, exactly.
It's a group of inherited eye disorders that affect the retina
Right.
and can lead to vision loss.
And so we've got...
There's no cure yet,
Yes.
but research is advancing rapidly, offering new hope for slowing down the progression.
Exactly. And that's why we're doing this deep dive. We've got a stack of research articles, expert insights,
Ooh, yeah.
to help everyone listening understand all the latest developments with RP.
That's right. And I think even though RP is a pretty complex condition, understanding the basics can really empower you when it comes to your health.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get started. RP affects the retina. Can you remind us, for anyone who might not remember, what the retina does and how RP impacts it?
The retina is this thin layer of tissue at the back of your eye.
Okay.
That's essential for vision.
Got it.
It contains these specialized cells called photoreceptors that detect light and convert it into electrical signals that your brain interprets as images.
Okay.
With RP mutations in certain genes, cause these photoreceptor cells to gradually degenerate, leading to vision loss.
So it's almost like those photoreceptor cells are like tiny little solar panels that are powering your vision.
Yeah.
And with RP, those panels start to malfunction.
That's a great analogy.
Okay.
And to make things even more complex,
Yeah.
there's actually two types of photoreceptor cells.
Okay.
Rods and cones.
Right.
Rods are responsible for vision in low light conditions,
Oh.
while cones are responsible for color vision and visual acuity.
Got it.
RP typically affects rods first,
Okay.
which is why night blindness and loss of peripheral vision are often the earliest symptoms.
That makes sense. So it's like your night vision starts to fade.
Yeah.
And then your field of view gradually narrows. How is RP typically diagnosed?
So early signs like difficulty seeing at night or a noticeable loss of peripheral vision should definitely prompt a visit to an eye specialist.
Right.
Ophthalmologists use a few key tools to diagnose RP, including examining the back of the eye for specific pigment deposits and electroretinography, which measures the electrical activity of the retina in response to light.
Wow. Okay. And what about genetic testing?
Yeah.
What role does that play?
Genetic testing is becoming increasingly crucial for a few reasons.
Okay.
It can confirm the diagnosis, identify the specific gene mutation involved, and even help predict the course of the disease.
Wow.
This information is invaluable for understanding potential inheritance patterns and for guiding treatment decisions.
So once someone is diagnosed with RP, what are the current treatment options? Are we talking about managing symptoms, or is there a way to actually stop the progression?
Well, there is no cure for RP currently.
Yeah.
There are treatments that can help manage symptoms and potentially slow down vision loss. High-dose vitamin A palmitate has shown some promise in slowing the decline of vision in certain patients, though it doesn't work for everyone.
Are there any other approaches besides vitamin A?
Absolutely.
What about things like low vision aids or lifestyle changes?
Low vision aids like magnifiers, special glasses, and even wearable technology that enhances contrast can significantly improve quality of life.
Wow.
There's also mobility training to help people navigate their environment safely.
Right. So it's great that there are options to help people adapt and maintain their independence.
Yeah.
But are there any treatments on the horizon that could actually target the underlying cause of RP?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
There are some exciting new areas of research offering a glimmer of hope.
All right, let's hear it.
One promising area is gene therapy.
Okay.
Luxturna, for example, is a gene therapy approved for a specific type of RP caused by mutations in the RPE65 gene. It works by delivering a healthy copy of the gene to the retinal cells, aiming to restore function.
So gene therapy is like replacing a faulty blueprint with a corrected one.
You got it.
Got it.
The challenge with gene therapy is that it's very specific to the gene mutation involved.
Okay.
Luxturna only works for individuals with RPE65 mutations, which represent a small percentage of RP cases.
Okay.
Research is ongoing to develop gene therapies for other genetic variations.
That sounds like personalized medicine is key here, tailoring treatment to the individual's genetic makeup. what other promising areas of research are there?
Another exciting avenue is the study of autophagy, which is your body's natural process for cleaning up damaged cells,
Right.
including photoreceptors.
So it's like your body's own recycling system.
Exactly.
Okay.
The problem is that in RP, this autophagy process doesn't work as efficiently as it should.
So it's like your body's own recycling system is struggling to keep up with the damage.
Exactly.
Got it.
And this is where the research on fasting comes in.
Interesting. Okay.
Preclinical studies suggest that intermittent fasting, specifically protocols like David fasting, which involve either alternate day fasting or time-restricted feeding,
Got it.
might be able to boost autophagy.
So imagine harnessing your body's natural cleaning process to potentially slow down vision loss. That's the exciting potential of fasting research in RP. What have the human studies shown so far?
Well, the results from animal studies are promising. Human studies are still in their early stages. There have been some small studies suggesting that intermittent fasting might slow the progression of RP. But we need more large-scale, long-term studies to confirm these findings.
It's important to be cautious and not jump to conclusions.
Definitely.
Based on preliminary findings. Speaking of caution, are there any risks associated with fasting?
That's a great question.
Especially for someone with a health condition like RP.
Especially prolonged or unsupervised fasting can have potential side effects and isn't suitable for everyone. It's crucial for anyone considering fasting for RP or any health condition for that matter. To do so under the close supervision of a healthcare professional.
Good point. Safety first, always.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned other promising areas of research besides fasting and gene therapy. Can you tell us more about those?
Another area of focus is oxidative stress. In simple terms, oxidative stress occurs when there's an imbalance between free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can damage cells, and antioxidants, which neutralize them. In RP, oxidative stress plays a role in damaging photoreceptor cells.
For our listeners who might not be familiar with oxidative stress, how would you explain its impact on the body and specifically on the retina?
Imagine a delicate balance within your cells between molecules that can cause damage like tiny sparks and molecules that can extinguish those sparks.
When this balance tips in favor of the damaging molecules, it's like a fire slowly burning within your cells. Contributing to the deterioration of tissues and organs, including the retina.
So it's almost like those damaging molecules are slowly eroding those solar panels that power vision.
That's a great way to visualize it. And this understanding has led researchers to explore the potential of antioxidants as a therapy for RP. Antioxidants can help neutralize those damaging molecules and restore a balance.
So fight fire with fire, or in this case, fight free radicals with antioxidants. What types of antioxidants are being studied?
There are a few showing promise. N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, has been shown to protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Coenzyme Q10, which is naturally found in our bodies and plays a role in energy production, is also being investigated. And lutein, an antioxidant found in leafy green vegetables,
is known to be beneficial for eye health.
So potentially a combination of healthy eating and targeted antioxidant supplements could help combat oxidative stress in RP. What does the research say about this approach?
That's an area of active research, exploring the ideal dosage and combination of antioxidants for RP. The good news is that many of these antioxidants are already available and considered safe. Although more research is needed to determine their efficacy in slowing down the progression of RP.
It's fascinating how seemingly unrelated areas like diet and oxidative stress play a role in RP. But what about actually replacing those lost photoreceptors? Is that even a possibility?
That's where stem cell therapy comes in. Stem cells are like blank slate cells that can be transformed into any type of cell in the body, including photoreceptor cells.
The idea of rebuilding those damaged solar panels in the eye with brand new ones is mind-boggling. Are there already trials happening with stem cell therapy for RP?
There are.
What have they shown?
Early phase clinical trials are already underway.
Wow.
And some have shown encouraging results, with some patients experiencing partial vision recovery after receiving stem cell transplants.
That's incredible. But I imagine there are still challenges with stem cell therapy, right?
Of course.
What are some of those?
One of the biggest challenges is ensuring that the transplanted stem cells integrate properly into the retina,
Right.
survive, and connect with the existing cells
Right.
to restore visual function.
So it's not just about delivering the cells, it's about ensuring they thrive and integrate seamlessly into the existing retinal network.
Exactly.
Are there other hurdles researchers are facing?
Another challenge is managing the immune response.
Okay.
Sometimes the body sees transplanted cells as foreign invaders
Yeah.
and tries to reject them.
Makes sense.
Researchers are working on strategies to either cloak the stem cells,
Yeah.
making them less visible to the immune system, or using immunosuppressant drugs to dampen the immune response.
It's a delicate balance, introducing these new cells while preventing the body from rejecting them.
Definitely.
What about the cost of stem cell therapy? I imagine it could be quite expensive.
It's true that the initial costs for stem cell therapy are likely to be high,
Yeah.
as with many emerging medical technologies.
Right.
However, as research progresses and production becomes more efficient,
Right.
the cost should come down,
Okay.
making it more accessible to a wider range of patients.
So there's hope that this won't be a treatment only for the wealthy,
Yeah,
but something that everyone who needs it can access.
exactly.
Beyond the potential for restoring vision, are there any other benefits of stem cell therapy for RP?
Interestingly, research suggests that stem cells may do more than just replace damaged photoreceptors.
Right.
They might also release factors that protect existing cells and promote overall retinal health.
So it's like a two-pronged approach, replacing what's been lost and protecting what remains.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from understanding the basics of RP to exploring cutting-edge research. But before we move on, I want to shift gears a bit and delve into the genetic aspects of RP.
Yes.
It's a complex topic,
It is.
but understanding how RP is inherited can help families make informed decisions about their health.
Absolutely.
So stay with us for more.
Okay.
So we've been talking about the science behind RP, but now let's delve into the genetics.
Okay.
It's a complex topic, but understanding how RP is inherited can help families make informed decisions about their health.
Absolutely. RP can be inherited in three main ways.
Okay.
Autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, and X-linked.
Okay, let's break those down one by one. What does autosomal dominant inheritance mean?
In autosomal dominant inheritance, only one copy of the mutated gene is needed to cause the condition.
Okay.
This means that if one parent has a mutation in an RP-related gene, there's a 50% chance that each of their children will inherit that mutation and develop RP.
So it's like a coin toss for each child.
Yeah, exactly.
What about autosomal recessive inheritance? How does that work?
With autosomal recessive inheritance, a person needs to inherit 2 copies of the mutated gene, one from each parent, to develop RP.
Got it.
In this case, both parents are typically carriers, meaning they have 1 copy of the mutated gene, but don't have RP themselves.
If both parents are carriers, what are the chances their child will have RP?
There's a 25% chance the child will inherit 2 copies of the mutated gene and develop RP.
Okay.
A 50% chance of being a carrier like their parents, and a 25% chance of inheriting no copies of the mutation.
So it's a bit of a genetic lottery.
Yeah.
And what about X-linked inheritance? How's that different?
X-linked inheritance involves mutations in genes located on the X chromosome.
Okay.
Females have 2 X chromosomes, while males have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. So if a male inherits an X chromosome with an RP-related mutation from his mother, he will develop RP.
That makes sense, as he only has 1 X chromosome. What about females? Are they affected differently by X-linked mutations?
Right. Females are less likely to develop RP from an X-linked mutation. Because they have 2 X chromosomes. They would need to inherit the mutation on both X chromosomes to have the condition.
Got it.
More often, females become carriers.
So in X-linked inheritance, it seems males are more likely to be affected, while females are more likely to be carriers.
Exactly. And a female carrier has a 50% chance of passing the mutation on to each of her children.
Okay.
If she has a son who inherits the mutation, he will develop RP.
Right.
If she has a daughter, she will become a carrier.
This is all quite complex.
It is.
It highlights why genetic testing is so important for understanding RP and inheritance patterns.
Yeah, genetic testing can help families understand their risks and make informed decisions about family planning. It can also be crucial for deciding whether to participate in certain clinical trials.
It's like having a roadmap, even a complicated one, to help navigate this condition.
Exactly.
Earlier, we talked about the potential of fasting to boost autophagy and possibly slow the progression of RP.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that research?
The research on fasting and autophagy is definitely intriguing.
Yeah.
And it's generating a lot of interest. The idea that we might be able to leverage the body's natural cleaning process to protect vision is exciting.
The early findings seem promising. What kind of research is needed to confirm the benefits of fasting for RP?
We need large-scale, long-term studies in humans.
Okay.
The studies so far have been relatively small and short-term.
Right.
We need more robust data to understand the long-term effects and to determine the optimal fasting protocols for RP.
So it's not a quick fix.
No.
And more research is needed.
You're right.
What about the safety of fasting, especially for someone with a health condition like RP?
That's a critical point. Fasting can have potential side effects, and it's not appropriate for everyone.
Right.
Anyone considering fasting for RP should do so under the close guidance of a healthcare professional who can monitor their health and adjust the fasting protocol as needed.
That's good advice. Always consult with a doctor before making any major dietary changes.
Definitely.
Now let's move on to another potential treatment option, antioxidants.
Okay.
What's the latest research on antioxidants for RP?
The research on antioxidants is ongoing.
Okay.
Scientists are trying to identify the most effective types and dosages of antioxidants for RP, as well as to understand how they might work in combination with other therapies.
It sounds like a multi-pronged approach is needed to address the complexity of RP.
Yes.
What about the potential for combining antioxidants with other treatments?
Yeah.
Like fasting or vitamin A?
That's a great question, and it's something that researchers are exploring. There's a possibility that combining different therapies that target various aspects of RP could be more beneficial than using any single treatment alone.
It's like assembling a puzzle, finding the right pieces that fit together to create a complete picture.
Right.
We've discussed several potential treatment options for RP.
Yes.
From gene therapy and fasting to antioxidants and stem cell therapy. But what about managing the practical aspects of living with RP?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone newly diagnosed with this condition?
I would emphasize the importance of connecting with a low vision specialist.
Okay. What kind of services do low vision specialists provide?
They can recommend assistive devices like magnifiers, special lighting, and talking devices.
Okay.
They can also teach techniques for navigating the environment safely and independently.
Right.
And provide emotional support and counseling.
So it's a holistic approach addressing both the practical and emotional challenges of vision loss. What other resources would you recommend for people with RP?
Support groups and organizations dedicated to RP are invaluable. Connecting with others who understand the challenges of living with RP can provide emotional support, practical tips, and a sense of community.
It's about realizing you're not alone on this journey. And what about staying up to date on the latest research? Where can people find reliable information without getting overwhelmed?
There are several reputable websites and organizations like the Foundation Fighting Blindness and the National Eye Institute that provide reliable information about RP research and clinical trials.
Right.
I'd also recommend checking out the American Academy of Ophthalmology's website.
Those are excellent resources. And of course, it's always important to discuss any new research or potential treatments with your doctor.
Absolutely. Your doctor can help you interpret the information, assess the risks and benefits of different treatments, and create a personalized plan that's right for you.
Earlier, we touched on stem cell therapy as a potential game changer for RP.
Yes.
It's a field that holds so much promise for restoring vision.
It does. The potential for stem cells to regenerate damaged retinal tissue is truly remarkable.
Let's dive deeper into the world of stem cell therapy and explore what the future might hold for treating RP. So we've been discussing the complexities of RP and all the hope that research is bringing. And stem cell therapy is one of the most promising areas with the potential to actually regenerate damaged retinal tissue.
It's true.
Sounds almost futuristic.
The advancements in stem cell research are quite remarkable. Imagine a future where lost vision can be restored, almost like hitting a rewind button on RP.
That's an incredible thought.
Yeah.
So can you paint a picture for us of what this future might look like for someone with RP?
Sure.
What could this treatment process actually involve?
So let's imagine a patient who's lost a significant amount of vision due to RP.
Okay.
They visit their ophthalmologist,
Right.
who recommends a stem cell therapy tailored to their specific genetic mutation.
So personalized medicine, addressing the root cause of their RP.
Exactly.
What happens next?
The patient undergoes a minimally invasive procedure where specially engineered stem cells are introduced into their retina.
Wow.
And these stem cells are programmed to become photoreceptors and begin to integrate with existing cells.
And then ideally those new photoreceptors start to function, sending those visual signals to the brain.
Right.
That's amazing.
Right.
What are some of the biggest challenges in making this vision a reality?
One of the primary challenges is improving the efficiency of stem cell integration. We need to ensure that a high percentage of transplanted cells survive and connect properly in order to restore vision.
So it's not just about delivering the cells, it's about ensuring that they thrive and integrate seamlessly into that existing retinal network.
Exactly.
Are there other hurdles that researchers are facing?
Another challenge is managing the immune response. Sometimes the body sees transplanted cells as foreign invaders and tries to reject them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Researchers are working on strategies to either cloak the stem cells, making them less visible to the immune system, or using immunosuppressant drugs to dampen the immune response.
It's a delicate balance, introducing these new cells while preventing the body from rejecting them.
It is.
What about the cost of stem cell therapy?
Yeah.
I imagine it could be quite expensive.
It's true that the initial costs for stem cell therapy are likely to be high, as with many emerging medical technologies. However, as research progresses and production becomes more efficient, the costs should come down, making it more accessible to a wider range of patients.
So there's hope that this won't be a treatment only for the wealthy. But something that everyone who needs it can access.
Exactly.
Beyond the potential for restoring vision, are there any other benefits of stem cell therapy for RP?
Interestingly, research suggests that stem cells may do more than just replace damaged photoreceptors. They might also release factors that protect existing cells.
Interesting.
And promote overall retinal health.
So it's like a two-pronged approach, replacing what's been lost and protecting what remains. So while we wait for these breakthroughs, what can people living with RP do to stay hopeful and empowered?
Staying informed is key. I always encourage patients to follow reputable sources for RP research updates and to participate in clinical trials if eligible.
So taking an active role in your healthcare journey.
Exactly.
What other advice would you give?
Connecting with others who understand the challenges of RP is incredibly valuable. Support groups and organizations dedicated to RP can provide emotional support, practical tips, and a sense of community.
It's that sense of community that can really make all the difference. Any final thoughts for our listeners on maintaining a positive outlook despite the challenges of RP?
Remember that research is constantly moving forward. And there's always hope. Focus on what you can control. Such as adopting a healthy lifestyle and managing stress. And celebrate even the smallest victories along the way.
That's a wonderful reminder to end on. It's been an incredible journey exploring the world of RP with you.
It has been a pleasure.
From understanding the basics to envisioning a future where lost vision can be restored.
It has been an insightful conversation.
Yeah, it really has.
While RP currently has no cure.
The
research landscape is rapidly evolving. New treatments and strategies are emerging. Offering real hope for slowing down the progression of RP. And potentially even reversing damage.
That's a message of hope for all those affected by RP. To our listeners, stay informed. Stay connected and never lose hope.
That's right.
The future of RP research is brighter than ever.
It's a truly remarkable time to be following this field. Imagine a future where the phrase retinitis pigmentosa no longer evokes fear and uncertainty, but instead inspires hope and the promise of restored vision. That's the future we're all working towards.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into retinitis pigmentosa.
It was my pleasure.
We'll continue to explore the frontiers of science and bring you the latest insights. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world around us.